what I found is the easiest to determine when I need to increase my weight in the gym. And the second I did that, I swear you guys, that is when I started seeing results in the gym. You're already so beautiful. You're already so sexy the way you are, but just enjoy the journey. Do not put your identity and your worth into your body and your body goals and body trends. It is not worth it. Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is yet another sit down video, and I'm literally waiting for my husband to get home so that we can head to the gym. But I was like, I should probably film a long form video for YouTube because I haven't done that in a couple weeks. If you guys follow me on Instagram, or even if you watched my recent YouTube video, then you know that I just launched a quick start guide to starting a sustainable health and fitness journey. And just obviously launching a product in the first couple weeks after launching a product or even a business, it can take a lot of time. So that is what I've been really prioritizing, but now we're getting in the hang of things. So let's just get right into today's video because this video is highly requested. This topic or this question is something that I've always been asked, and yeah, let's just get right into it. But this information is from my guide, and so if you guys want to learn a little bit more, I have to plug my guide, of course. Then I will have a link down below. This covers everything from just focusing on your health as a whole, from physical health, mental health, hormone health, gut health, literally just a quick start guide so that you can actually have a sustainable health and fitness journey, which is very important, so in the long run. So today's video, we're gonna cover the 4 steps, or what I like to call the 4 mores of building muscle. Okay, so the first step, or the first more to building muscle, is more volume. So more volume means progressive overload. And if you are a newbie to the gym, then you probably are like, what is progressive overload? Progressive overload is when you gradually increase the weight, frequency, or a number of repetitions in your weight training routine. So to dumb it down a little bit, say you start off lifting, let's just say 10 pounds. And then in a couple weeks, that seems a little bit too easy. Then you increase to 15 pounds. Then you do it another couple weeks, then you go to 20 pounds. So that is progressive overload. So my personal biggest tip, and again, this is just my personal opinion, what I found is the easiest to determine when I need to increase my weight in the gym is when I find the weight that I'm lifting super easy at the 8th rep. So that's when I know I need to increase my weight. So again, number 1 is more volume. Number 2 is more calories. And I know you probably have heard that, but it is so true. Because if you are growing muscle, or you have the goal of growing muscle, you can't grow literally anything. Like if you want to put it in a different perspective of like plants, because I love my plants. Your plants need food. It needs fertilizer here and there. So in order for it to grow bigger and stronger, it needs fertilizer. So that is just like with your muscles. So in order for your muscles to grow, it needs more food. Because when you are working out, especially when you are doing resistance training or weight training, you are burning more calories. And so when you're burning more, you need to eat more. More specifically, protein, because protein is obviously like the building block of muscle. So being in a caloric surplus will definitely help you make sure that you are eating more than enough to maintain and grow your muscles. And I know that calorie counting and macro counting can have a lot of negative connotations. However, it can be beneficial, especially if you are trying to make sure that you are eating enough. So that is something that I actually talk about in my guide, is macro and calorie counting, and like the pros and cons of it, and just my biggest tips on how to do it so that it's not as stressful and as time consuming. So that is something that I do talk about, and I also give you my best like websites and apps to help you with that. But if you don't want to dive deep into calorie counting and macro counting, I highly recommend, just for a couple days or maybe just like a whole week, tracking your protein intake. At one point in my fitness journey, I was not seeing any results at all until I was like, okay, I think I'm not eating enough protein. And so I took literally just a couple days to just track the food that I'm eating, and I realized that even though I felt like I was eating a lot, I was not eating enough protein just to maintain my muscle growth, not to build my muscle growth. So that's when I realized, okay, I need to up my protein intake. And the second I did that, I swear you guys, that is when I started seeing results in the gym. So if you don't want the stress of counting all of your macros and counting all of your calories, just try counting your protein just for a week and see. And also to keep in mind, it is recommended to eat at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And that is like a whole nother video that I definitely can cover, because that is just a very vague statement. I feel like it needs to be talked about a little bit more in depth. So if you want to see that video, comment down below. And then the third more to building more muscle is more water. And I don't want you guys to click out, just please hear me out when I say this. So staying hydrated is not only important for your overall health, obviously, but it is so important for muscle recovery and repair. And actually in my guide in module 6, that is where I covered hydration and just some tips on how to stay properly hydrated, because in today's society, a lot of fitness influencers like to push like drink a gallon of water, but you can drink a gallon of water and it can literally do absolutely nothing for your body, especially if it's not a certain type of water, and also if you are not like adding minerals back into that water, because minerals is what's going to literally hydrate you. So you can drink a gallon of water and that will actually flush out all those minerals and electrolytes that you need to build and repair your muscle. Especially when you're sweating, you're losing all of that minerals as well. But that is, again, is another whole video of why hydration literally has a huge impact on your muscle growth. So more water, more water, more water. And then the last more to building more muscle is more sleep. And again, I know that sounds super cliche and everyone talks about that, but there are many studies that show that when you are sleeping, that is when your body releases a certain growth hormone to help build and repair stronger muscle. This might sound a little surprising to some people, and it was surprising to me in the beginning, first few years of my fitness journey, but did you know that your muscles actually don't grow in the gym? Because when you're in the gym and you are weightlifting or doing resistance training, you are actually tearing your muscle fibers apart. You're literally tearing them. So when you are sleeping and resting and recovering with water as well, that is when your muscles are growing back together. But they're not only growing back together, they are growing stronger and bigger. It is recommended to sleep between 7 and 9 hours, but again, everybody's body is different. For example, my husband, when he sleeps like 8 hours or a little bit more, he actually feels more tired when he wakes up. So just find a good happy medium. For me, I feel like I thrive on like 7 hours, maybe 7.5. But again, if I sleep 9 hours, I feel just exhausted for the rest of the day. So just find your happy medium, but definitely between 7 and 9 hours. Those are the 4 mores of building muscle. I hope this video was very informative. I know it was very quick and straight to the point, but again, I definitely can do more in-depth videos on specific topics that I talked about in today's video, so let me know if you want that. Like I mentioned, all of this information is from my Jumpstart Your Journey guide. I do cover common gym terms and the different types of training sets, compound versus isolation exercises, push versus pull exercises, warm-ups, cool-downs, how to build the perfect workout routine, even training split schedule examples, and so much more to help you just jumpstart your health and fitness journey so that you're not wasting any time searching, researching, and just it's all right there for you. So if you guys want to check it out, I do have a link down below to it, and I do have a discount code for my YouTube family, which is YouTube 10. Yeah, it is YouTube 10. So that will save you 10% off. And quick little disclaimer, I know that the fitness industry can be very overwhelming and very toxic at some times, but I just want to remind you that yes, it is absolutely fine and it's absolutely fun to mold and sculpt your body and build your muscle. It's kind of like you are the potter and your body is the clay, and it's just so much fun to see your hard work actually show. But let me remind you that you're already so beautiful the way you are. Do not let today's society tell you what is beautiful, what is sexy, because I promise you that is not sustainable. You're already so beautiful. You're already so sexy the way you are, but just enjoy the journey. Do not put your identity and your worth into your body and your body goals and body trends. It is not worth it. But I do love talking about building muscle still because it is so fun. It is good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health, but also it makes you feel so proud of your hard work to show, but also there's such a fine line with putting your identity and worth in your body, and it's not worth it. So that is it. I know that was like a little bit of a tangent, but I always like to put that little disclaimer out there because I was at that point where I was just idolizing my body, I guess you can say, and just listening to today's society of what they say is beautiful and sexy, and just listening to body trends, and it literally just was a toxic cycle, and it's just not good for your mental health. And so yeah, that's why I just wanted to quickly encourage you guys. So that is it. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you or talk to you in my next video. Bye guys.